There's fewer things harder to watch than someone that you love just falling prey to the same relationship trauma and patterns again and again and not being able to get themselves out of it. And the worst thing is when they love an alcoholic or an addict, because I mean, until that person goes into full-blown active addiction where there's no denying that behavior and they're so out of control that it's like not even in the normal scope anymore and it's not passing for normal. So then you have a reason to leave, or they're just so fucking out of it. Like, you can't deal with it anymore. It's those crazy outbursts and massive drama escapades that living with an addict who is also an amazing person will put someone you love through, or yourself. But in this case, it's like, I'm just thinking of a friend this morning who is like going through these horrible ups and downs. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. If you've struggled with drinking or binging and being attracted to addicts, like, it's very, very hard. It's complicated. You see the good person behind the behavior, but the behavior gets worse and worse over time. In general, addiction and alcoholism is a degenerative situation. It doesn't improve over time. It gets worse. It gets more extreme. And the outbursts and the behavior gets more extreme, and the drama scale gets more extreme. And my friend is in love with an addict, and she is not an addict. She's not an addict. She's not an alcoholic. She's a normie. And in fact, she's all about finding her peace right now. She's like any woman in 2024. We don't need a man to provide for us anymore. We want peace. Quite literally, that is what women want from their partner. Male or female, whatever you are, we want peace. And this man is not bringing her peace. And he's also an alcoholic that goes out and gets drunk and totally fucking loses it on her. So now I'm hearing this and I'm like, I'm actually worried about your safety now. She's like, I'm safe. He would never. Yeah, he would. And unfortunately, that's just the case. Or maybe he wouldn't, but we don't know, right? Am I safe with you being there with someone who's drunk and following you around screaming at you? No. Do you need to leave? Yes, because unfortunately, until that person admits that they have a problem and are willing to put the work in and get clean, this behavior just continues to happen over and over again. I also was in a relationship with a rageaholic alcoholic. He was all the holics. He was addicted to sex, porn, fucking drinking, drugs, cigarettes, women. He was addicted to the rainbow. And it dragged me into this period of drama in my life. It's the worst period of drama I've ever been in, hands down. This man was not only not my peace, he was the opposite of my peace. Like, the second that he walked into my life, it became so stressful, so heavy, so dramatic. Nothing like any relationship I had been in before. And I was definitely reenacting a lot of patterns from my childhood and different situations with my dad where there was a lot of drama and a whole other, like, just lots of drama, a lot of family trauma. Like, from when I was a kid, patterns that were familiar to me. But this guy was even more extreme. And honestly, what I learned from that is that they're always going to try to stay with you, no matter what. You're always going to have to be the one to leave because they are going to try to suck you dry and steal your light and then turn around and call you crazy. When my friend started dating this guy, she was launching into the story of his crazy exes. He'd been married twice before, had 2 different kids. The crazy exes, like, this is the most classic situation ever, right? What man, when you hear a man talk about his crazy ex, okay, so she called you out on your bad behavior and left you. So she must be crazy, right? Well, unfortunately, my friend is going to be the crazy ex too one day. I don't trust anyone who's in this active addiction of alcoholic where he loses his temper and acts crazy. Like, it's no happy ending in this situation. And if you're watching this and you're in this situation, like, please leave, because it does not get better. It gets worse. Find any way possible to leave. Obviously, I'm like, come stay at my house, like, and we'll see. But it really sucks. And honestly, I just want to reiterate, like, we just want peace. We just deserve peace. And it's up to you to find that peace for yourself and to believe you are worth that peace, because these men will never stop trying to own you and to just run their train on you, especially the addicts, in my personal experience. Their behavior can be very extreme. Without launching into like super heavy dramatic details or content, you deserve the world. You deserve to be safe and happy and have peace in your home and in your relationship.